Every year, thousands of people travel to the UK in search of refuge. Food, water, shelter, the basic tools for survival, which many of us take for granted, become a struggle to obtain for those who are so displaced. These people are asylum seekers, those who find themselves fleeing persecution due to their race, religion, sexual orientation, political affiliation, or a combination of these things. Those who come to the UK oftentimes find themselves in the midst of a long, arduous application process with the Home Office, facing a number of obstacles while waiting for a decision to be made on their claim.
A lot of people have come through quite a traumatic journey to get here in the first place, and they might think this is the end of their problems, that they've come to a country where they might be able to get help, protection and safety. Problem one, I guess, is that a lot of the public don't like asylum seekers, despite the fact they've never met them, because the media is so turned against them. Even this morning we've seen some negative articles, which again are just taking figures, twisting them, taking stories and twisting them. There's the lack of access to good quality legal advice as well, and time again Amnesty International sees this, that a case where if somebody had had good legal advice at the start, then they might have had a much better chance of getting the protection that they wanted or that they needed. There is also a problem of detention. A lot of people end up detained despite the fact they've committed no crime, they've done nothing wrong, and they're exercising an internationally recognised legal right to seek refuge. Nevertheless, they're detained, and that can go on indefinitely if their claim drags out. And then you have the problem of initial decision making as well.
According to the Refugee Council, the Home Office received 17,790 applications for asylum in 2010. Of that, 72% of those applications were initially denied.
27% of asylum claims are overturned on appeal. And we just think if you made the right decision in the first place, you could save the taxpayer a lot of money, you would save the people involved an awful lot of stress and difficulty.
No government assistance and no legal right to work forces asylum seekers into a life of destitution, begging and sleeping on the streets with no real hope for their future.
I definitely think the most important change that should be made is to allow asylum seekers the right to work. I think it's an issue not only leading to destitution, but it's incredibly upsetting for their self-confidence. People arrive that have training as doctors, nurses in their own country. They arrive here, and while they're waiting for their process, not only are they struggling financially and depending on support of charities and friends, which is not great for their self-confidence, but on top of that, they're not allowed to keep their skills up, they're not allowed to work in the profession, and I have found that really, really affects their psychological well-being.
In Cardiff, the threat of destitution is on the brink of becoming a reality for one refused asylum seeker. This is Shrouk El-Attar, or Shrooky as her friends call her affectionately. She first came to the UK with her mother and two other siblings in 2007 for what was supposed to be a family vacation.
So we were on a family holiday with my mum and with my brother and my sister. We were going to go to France after, and Holland and everything, but the situation between my mum and my extended family in Egypt deteriorated a lot when we were here, and after a series of events my mum decided to claim asylum based on domestic violence, and that was refused about 3 years later. When I came here I was only about barely 15, so I thought everything was going to work out. I thought I was going to grow up here and everything is going to be fine, so I came out gay and, just not on the intention to claim asylum at all, just having a normal life of a teenager.
Now that Shrouk is 18 and is no longer the responsibility of the government, she has made her own claim for asylum, fearing persecution if she is sent back to Egypt.
I arranged an appointment with a solicitor to discuss the possibility of claiming asylum based on my sexuality and apostasy, and it started there.
If Shrouk is sent back to Egypt, she will be faced with real dangers.
I could be forced into marriage, to cure me, or I could be forced into having FGM done, especially that it's traditional in my family as well. all the girls in my family have had it done. It was only me and my sister who kind of got lucky with it. But with this going on, my mum would be seen as failed to raise me up. So this is a high chance as well. And you know, I'd have to be a totally different person. I can't admit to my real beliefs. I can't admit to how I really am. And like if I do refuse to be the person they want, and I do bring them shame or whatever they want to call it, I might be very harmed, even killed. So
my family is very conservative. Like, I come from a rich family, but a very, very conservative family too, and they wouldn't put up with that. In Islam, or what I was taught anyway, because everyone comprehends Islam differently, but what I was taught at school is if you leave Islam, you should be stoned.
If it's an Islamic country, then the Sharia is very clear. Apostasy is dealt with the death penalty.
Thank you, that's all I want to hear.
According to a recent Oxfam report, asylum applicants are forced to live in social and legal limbo due to a scheme purposely designed to discourage claimants. Oxfam Director of UK Poverty, Kate Waring, has said that the current system is designed to make people feel as low as possible and sends out a message that those who are refused asylum are not even worthy of our compassion.
There certainly have been reports of a culture of not believing people, frankly, that culturally the staff who are making these decisions are sort of inclined towards trying to find reasons not to believe people's stories.
They just think that you're lying about everything. The Home Office officer twisted my words.
Yeah, a lot.
I mean, a lot in front of everyone else who was there.
And when you tried to defend that, he said only speak when you're spoken to, something like that.
You're taken as guilty first. Everything you're saying would be, it's guilty until proven otherwise, which is, you know, the opposite of what it should be.
For the time being, Shrook finds solace amongst her friends at Cardiff's LGBT Youth Centre, who are actively participating on her online campaign, Save the Shrook.
I'm in full support of her campaign. Obviously, is like a friend and somebody who has very similar politics to her and whatnot. And I think we have, in terms of publicity, we've done quite a lot of things. We've got quite a good circle of people who are very passionate about what we're doing and who are very supportive.
We're all just trying to do our best to keep her here, and the best is all we can really do.
Shrook's case is just one of thousands still stuck within the system. Thus the question remains, what will become of those who have been refused asylum? Will they continue to be forced to waste away on the streets? Or will they be given a real chance to rebuild their lives?